If you're past 60, your body has already started whispering clues about what it needs. Maybe your legs feel heavier after a walk. Maybe getting out of a chair takes an extra push. You're still moving, still doing your best, yet something feels different, like strength is slipping away one quiet day at a time. Most people answer that feeling by walking more. They've heard for decades that walking fixes everything. It's easy, safe, and familiar. But what almost no one tells you is this, that walking trains only a small part of what keeps you truly strong. It keeps the heart healthy, yes, but it doesn't really protect the system that holds you upright. Real independence after 60 depends on a different kind of power, the strength to control movement, not just do it. When those control muscles fade, balance begins to drift. Stairs look steeper. You reach for a handrail without thinking. That is not age defeating you. It's your stabilizers going quiet from years of moving in one direction and one pattern. Walking moves you forward in straight lines. Life doesn't. Life asks you to twist, bend, reach sideways, and catch yourself when things shift unexpectedly. That's where most people lose ground, and that's the gap this one exercise fills perfectly. Surgeons noticed something amazing years ago while helping patients recover from hip and knee operations. The people who regained mobility fastest weren't the ones walking the most. They were the ones practicing a small, specific motion that retrains the body's internal communication system. It's so simple that most overlook it, yet it reawakens every muscle group that walking leaves behind. Think of your muscles as the ropes of a suspension bridge. Over time, some ropes loosen, others over-tighten to pick up the slack. Your posture shifts forward, your core weakens, and the bridge begins to sway with every gust of wind. The exercise we're working toward doesn't just tighten the ropes, it teaches the whole bridge to balance itself again. When you start using it, your body relearns how to coordinate strength through your hips, thighs, and lower back, the trio responsible for balance. That coordination is what keeps you steady when you reach for a cupboard, step into the shower, or stand up from a soft chair. Most people believe balance is lost because they've grown older. In reality, it's lost because they've stopped practicing it. The nervous system is like a conversation between your brain and your body. The less you talk, the quieter that conversation becomes. This movement restarts the dialogue. Think about how you feel after sitting for too long. The first few steps are stiff, awkward. Then suddenly the legs wake up. That awakening is exactly what this exercise triggers, but deeper, involving the muscles that protect you from falls. You'll begin to notice subtle changes first. Your feet plant more confidently. Your knees track straight. Your body feels lighter when standing. Over time, those tiny improvements add up to something far greater, freedom. And that's what aging well really means. Not the absence of wrinkles, but the presence of freedom. Freedom to move, to travel, to play with grandchildren, to stand up without fear. The beauty of this method is that it works with your body, not against it. There's no equipment, no gym, no pressure to strain or compete. It's a reminder that strength after 60 is about precision and consistency, not exhaustion. Surgeons encourage this movement because it restores the chain reaction that keeps the entire body aligned. Every time you perform it correctly, your heart, lungs, joints, and brain participate in a single coordinated effort. That's why they call it functional exercise. It really trains you for the movements that matter most in daily life. Picture two people in their 70s. Both walk daily. One practices this special exercise for 5 minutes each morning. Years later, one still moves confidently without support, while the other hesitates at every step. The difference isn't luck, it's how they train their bodies to listen. When you understand how this simple pattern reawakens the entire balance system, you'll see why it outperforms walking in protecting mobility. It doesn't replace walking, it upgrades it. After 60, your body still listens, but it listens in a quieter way. The muscles that once responded instantly now wait for clearer instructions. They're not gone, they're simply underused, like a strong radio tuned to the wrong station. The messages from your brain still travel down the same wires, but the signal has grown faint. That's why even the simplest tasks begin to feel heavier than they used to. It isn't weakness, it's a delay in communication. Once you understand that, everything about aging starts to look different. You realize your body isn't giving up on you. It's waiting for you to start speaking its language again. Every time you move with purpose, your brain sends tiny sparks of energy through your nerves. These sparks tell your muscles how hard to work, how far to stretch, and how to keep you balanced. When those sparks fire more often, strength returns. When they fade, stiffness sets in. Walking keeps those sparks alive in a basic rhythm, but repetition dulls the conversation. Your body needs more variety to stay alert. Bending, twisting, standing, sitting, shifting weight from one side to another. These small variations are what keep your nervous system young. That's the reason people who garden, dance, or practice slow movements often stay steady long into their 70s and 80s. Their bodies never forget the language of movement. But you don't need to dance or garden to keep that spark alive. A single, well-chosen exercise can do the same job, if it teaches your body to coordinate balance, strength, and control at once. Surgeons notice this during recovery programs for older patients. After an operation, patients who practiced a simple, grounded movement regained mobility faster than those who only walked. Their balance improved, their steps became lighter, and they could rise from chairs without fear. It's not because they were stronger, it's just because their muscles had relearned how to talk to their brains. That process begins with your legs, hips, and core. These three regions form the base of every action you take. The legs move you, the hips stabilize you, and the core keeps everything aligned. When one part weakens, the others try to compensate. The body still functions, but not efficiently, and that inefficiency feels like fatigue. The right exercise corrects this imbalance by waking all three areas together. It doesn't ask you to strain, it teaches your body to move the way it was meant to. Even a small range of motion, done slowly and correctly, can reactivate the deep stabilizers that keep you upright. Think of your balance like a three-legged stool. If one leg shortens, the stool wobbles. Strengthening all three legs evenly makes the stool steady again, and suddenly, everything built on top of it feels secure. That security is what gives confidence back to movement. Confidence is physical before it's mental. When your body feels stable, your mind relaxes. You stop hesitating, you stop reaching for support, you start trusting your own strength again. This change doesn't require fancy equipment or long hours. It happens through gentle repetition, consistency, and awareness. When you focus on form instead of force, your body responds faster than you think. Most people start to notice better control within a week or two. What's really happening beneath the surface is powerful. Every controlled movement increases blood flow to the joints, nourishes the cartilage, and lubricates the tendons. Your knees and hips move more smoothly, your back supports you more naturally, and everyday activities like climbing stairs or bending down to tie your shoes become easier again. Over time, this kind of movement even affects how your body uses energy. Muscles that were dormant begin burning fuel again. Circulation improves. You feel warmer, more awake, and more alive. You might also notice changes in posture. Standing taller isn't vanity, it's health. When your spine is aligned and your hips are stable, your organs have more space to function properly. Breathing becomes deeper, digestion improves. Even your mood lifts because your nervous system feels balanced. All of this starts from one small decision: to move intentionally instead of automatically. Walking keeps you going. Mindful movement keeps you strong. Picture yourself sitting in a chair, feet flat, back straight, hands resting on your thighs. Now, imagine standing up smoothly, using your legs instead of your arms. Feel the weight move through your heels, your thighs tighten slightly, your hips push forward, and your back stays tall. That single, controlled action does more for your strength and coordination than hundreds of steps. Each repetition tells your brain this is how standing feels when everything works together. With time, that message becomes instinct again. That's why people who practice this regain confidence so quickly. They're rebuilding trust in their own body. Many older adults think their legs are too weak to recover, but studies show otherwise. Even after years of inactivity, the body can rebuild up to 30% of lost strength in just a few weeks. The secret is not how hard you work, but how consistently you work. It's normal to feel some stiffness when you start. That's your body waking up. Move slowly, breathe, and focus on control. You're not fighting your body, you're reteaching it how to work with you. When you combine that with your daily walks, you'll feel a shift that surprises you. Your steps become lighter, your endurance improves, and most importantly, your confidence returns. Strength after 60 isn't about pushing limits. It's about reclaiming rhythm. This one movement helps your body remember that rhythm again. Once you feel how powerful it is, you'll wonder why nobody told you sooner. You might not realize it, but your body has a memory far stronger than your mind. Every movement you've ever made, every step, lift, stretch, is still written in your muscles like notes on a page. The trouble is, many of those notes have gone quiet. When you were younger, standing up was automatic. You didn't think about balance or pressure. Your body knew exactly what to do. Over time, as you moved less, that memory faded. But here's what most people don't know. Muscle memory never disappears. It only falls asleep. The moment you begin to move with awareness again, that memory wakes up. Your body doesn't need to be rebuilt. It needs to be reminded. That's why the right exercise doesn't feel like punishment. It feels like recognition, as if your body suddenly says, "Ah, I remember this." It's not about how far you can go. It's about how precisely you reconnect to yourself. And when that connection returns, something beautiful happens. Your balance improves without you trying. You walk taller without forcing posture. You breathe deeper without thinking about it. Movement becomes natural again. Many people believe they need to fight their bodies to stay fit after 60. The truth is, your body doesn't respond to force. It responds to cooperation. When you work with it, even gently, it gives you everything back. The movement we're leading toward does exactly that. It's quiet but powerful. It doesn't make you sweat. It makes you aware. It wakes up muscles that have been silent for years, not by tiring them, but by teaching them to participate again. Imagine this. You sit down and stand up 10 times slowly every day for a week. No rush, no strain. At first, you'll notice your thighs working. Then your hips start to help. Your core tightens naturally, your breathing steadies, and suddenly, standing up feels lighter. By the second week, you'll notice your steps have more purpose. You stop reaching for walls. You start trusting your legs again. That trust changes everything. When confidence returns to movement, independence follows. You begin walking differently, not cautiously, but calmly. You move through your home with the same ease you once had. That quiet power is what keeps you young. Most people think the secret to strength lies in intensity. It doesn't. It lies in consistency with awareness. Every slow, mindful repetition sends a signal to your brain. We're still strong. We're still capable. Those signals rewire the brain faster than most people imagine. It's the same process surgeons rely on during rehabilitation. They've seen patients who could barely stand regain full mobility in weeks, not because of magic, but because the body remembered how to cooperate again. And here's what surprises many older adults. That same signal also boosts energy. When your muscles start communicating clearly with your brain, your blood flow improves, your heart pumps more efficiently, and you feel a gentle warmth spreading through your whole body. It's a natural form of rejuvenation. You don't have to believe in it blindly. You'll feel it. The first time you stand up from a chair and realize it was easier than yesterday, you'll know it's working. The small victories are the proof. Every improvement builds momentum, one step at a time, one signal at a time. And once that rhythm starts, it doesn't stop easily. Your body becomes a self-healing system again. It's never too late to reclaim that. The body you have right now, no matter how stiff, tired, or unsteady it feels, is ready to respond. You just need to send the right message. And that's exactly what this one exercise does. It reminds your body how to rise, balance, and move with harmony. It reconnects you to the part of yourself that has always known how to live freely. You might not notice it yet, but every time you stand, your body performs a small miracle. Dozens of muscles fire together, bones align perfectly, balance shifts, and your brain measures pressure through your feet in milliseconds. That act of standing, something you've done your whole life, is one of the most complete forms of movement there is. But most people lose control over it without realizing. They start pushing with their arms, rocking forward for momentum, or holding on to something nearby. The movement still happens, but the muscles that once made it smooth are no longer doing their part. That single pattern, standing and sitting, decides how strong and stable your lower body stays after 60. It affects how you walk, how you climb stairs, how you bend, even how you sleep. When that movement weakens, everything around it starts to collapse quietly. Surgeons understand this better than anyone. After a knee or hip replacement, the very first movement they teach a patient isn't walking. It's rising from a chair, slowly and with control. Because that one action tells the body, balance is back, power is back, you're safe to move again. This is where the story of your own recovery begins too. No matter your age, this motion reawakens strength from the inside out. It connects your feet to your hips to your spine, and your spine to your mind. Each repetition builds a bridge between your brain and your body, one that walking alone can't rebuild. Start small. Choose a sturdy chair that doesn't move. Sit tall, feet flat, knees over ankles. Take a slow breath. As you exhale, press your heels into the ground and let your body rise. Not with speed, but with intention. Feel your legs do the work. Stay steady at the top for a moment, then lower yourself back down gently. That's it. No machines, no special mats, no noise. Simple, controlled, complete. At first, you may notice trembling in your thighs. That's not weakness, that's your muscles waking up. Those small shakes mean your stabilizers are finally being called to duty. Let them work. They've been silent for too long. Try 5 repetitions, then rest. If you feel steady, try 10. Always move slowly enough that you could stop at any point without losing balance. That's the pace where strength grows fastest. Over the next few days, you'll notice something small but profound. The moment you stand, your body will feel more aligned. Your weight will shift naturally through your heels instead of your knees. Your spine will stay tall without effort. The act of standing, once ordinary, will begin to feel powerful again. The power doesn't come from size or speed. It comes from coordination, the perfect timing between your brain and muscles. It's the kind of strength that keeps you steady when you reach for a cabinet, turn quickly, or step off a curb. This is why surgeons approve this exercise for nearly everyone. It rebuilds balance without risk. It strengthens every joint involved in walking, but without the repeated impact that wears them down. It's safer, smarter, and more sustainable than almost any form of cardio after 60. And unlike long walks, it delivers instant feedback. You'll feel improvement in days, not months. Each repetition gives you control. Each session gives you confidence. That's the kind of progress that keeps people consistent. Because progress you can feel is progress you'll protect. Once this becomes part of your routine, walking itself will change. Your strides will feel lighter, smoother. Your knees will no longer carry all the work. Your posture will correct itself, not because you force it, but because your body now understands how to move in harmony again. You'll notice balance returning in small ways. Turning around without reaching for support, climbing stairs with even pressure, carrying groceries without wobbling. These are the real victories of training smart. And with every victory, a quiet realization appears. Aging doesn't mean losing strength. It means rediscovering how to use it. You don't need to fight your body into submission. You need to listen to it long enough for it to remember how capable it truly is. When that happens, the number on your birth certificate stops mattering. What matters is how you move, how you stand, how you live. This one small practice brings all of that back. When people start doing this daily, something shifts that goes far beyond the legs. They begin to move with quiet confidence. They stop gripping the table when they rise. They stop fearing the floor beneath them. There's a new rhythm, slow, certain, graceful. That change is what freedom feels like. Because freedom isn't found in youth, it's found in control. Every repetition of this movement reteaches the body a lesson it once knew by heart: how to trust itself. And trust changes everything. When you trust your body, stairs stop looking like obstacles. Long walks feel like invitations again. Even small moments, like stepping into the shower or reaching for a book, become smoother, calmer. The world feels steadier beneath your feet. That steadiness spreads. It changes posture, breathing, even expression. People will notice you standing taller, moving differently, smiling more easily. You won't be trying to impress anyone. You'll simply feel right in your own body again. That's the kind of strength walking alone can't build. Walking keeps you in motion. This restores your foundation. Together, they make you unshakable. Many of my older patients start this routine believing it will help their legs. What surprises them most is what it does for the mind. They sleep better. Their energy lasts longer. They feel calm but alert, like a fog has lifted. That's no accident. When your balance improves, your brain receives clearer information from the body. Blood flow increases, coordination returns, and the nervous system relaxes. It's the same reason children learn so fast. Their whole body participates in learning. You can have that again. And the best part? The progress doesn't stop. Every week, your body grows more efficient. What once felt like effort becomes habit. That habit becomes confidence. That confidence becomes independence. Soon, the exercise blends into your day without you even thinking. You'll find yourself rising from chairs easily, carrying things without hesitation, even turning faster when someone calls your name. Each small action becomes a quiet proof that you're still strong. That's what real aging gracefully looks like. Not trying to stay young, but staying capable. You may notice other benefits too. Joints that once cracked begin to move more smoothly. The lower back feels less tight. Circulation improves because your body alignment is back where it belongs. Even digestion improves because movement wakes up everything inside. When your posture straightens, your organs finally get the space they need to function fully. It's incredible how much of life improves when you simply move the way your body was designed to. Some people ask, how long do I need to do this? The answer is, as long as you want to stay strong. 5 minutes a day is enough to protect your independence for years. That's less time than most people spend searching for their glasses. So do it while the kettle boils. Do it before breakfast. Do it when you stand up to change the TV channel. Make it part of your rhythm, not a chore. With time, you'll realize this isn't an exercise. It's a conversation between you and your body. A conversation that says, I'm still here. I still care. Let's keep going. And as that dialogue continues, something remarkable happens. Fear disappears. You stop moving carefully and start moving confidently. You stop aging in fear of falling and start living with purpose again. That's what surgeons, doctors, and therapists really want for you. Not just longer life, but better life. Because every year you stay strong is another year you stay independent. So here's what I suggest. Begin with 5 controlled repetitions today. Take a seat, rise slowly, feel every muscle do its job. Then tomorrow, do 6. Let the habit grow quietly until it becomes part of who you are. Soon, you won't even think about it. You'll just move, freely, safely, gracefully. And when that happens, you'll have done something extraordinary. You'll have proven that it's never too late to rebuild strength from the inside out. If you've come this far, stay with this journey, because once your foundation is strong, the next step is even more powerful. Learning the gentle movements that keep your spine, joints, and circulation working together so your body stays young no matter your age. That's what we'll explore next. How to build on this strength to create lasting vitality through your 60s, 70s, and beyond.